Welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast, strategies that help entrepreneurs build reputable and profitable brands. Here's your host, Henry Kaminski Jr.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here with another Brand Doctor Podcast episode for you guys. This is episode number 124. And today, guys, I have an awesome guest on the show. It's a guy from the UK who's super passionate about watches. And I happen to be a watch fanatic myself. So we actually met in a Facebook group a few months ago, and he is actually in the process of building this brand and launching this brand. And I happen to be very keen to it because it's right up my alley, and we'll get there in a second. But as I got to work with this, and actually this is a client of mine who I really got to know pretty well over the couple of months I was working with him, and just an all-around dude, like just a straight shooter that is just passionate about what he does and just loves the game. And so without further ado, let's introduce Lee Scott from Vulcan wriststraps.com. What's going on, Lee?
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm good, Henry. Are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So last week you were over in New York City, and I happened to pop in.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, and finally to meet you in the flesh. We had some awesome conversation. We went to Del Frisco's Grill. If you guys are ever in the city, Del Frisco's Grill is definitely a nice little spot. It's right in Rockefeller Center. Good food, good atmosphere. So we had some great conversation, and I was like, dude, you got to come on my podcast, man. I wanna share your story because it's quite the story. And so I'm gonna shut up for a second, and I wanna have you sort of introduce yourself. Tell us your backstory. Tell us, what your background is and what inspired you to create Vulcan wrist straps.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. Thanks a lot for the intro. It was good. It was good to be in New York for a while. Just been over in Pittsburgh for a week, and now I'm back in New York again, just waiting for my flight home tomorrow. So I'm in a lovely hotel room outside of JFK Airport. I've literally just made it by the skin of my teeth for the podcast. But yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm 36 years old from the UK. I've had a passion for collecting watches since I was about 20 years old. So I bought my first watch when I was sort of 20 years old. Like I say, it was I remember it vividly. It was a Tag Indy 500, Tag Heuer.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a battery operated watch rather than a manual watch. And then ever since then, I've just had the bug for watches, and I can't take my wife anywhere without having to drag her into a watch shop.
I love it.
Everywhere we go in the world, we've got to go into every single watch shop there is, so she gets a little bit bored with that. But so yeah, I mean, I've always been looking for a product to bring to the market, and I've never really found anything that I've been passionate about. And I'm a product designer and a mechanical engineer myself, so I've always been looking for a product that I can design, that I'm passionate about, that I can bring to the market and really try and make a difference. And I was on holiday in Portugal beginning of last summer, and I was sat around the pool and I was thinking of things, and I'm not sure why, but this just came into my head. I guess I always wear my watches while I'm swimming as well. That's what they're meant for. I'm a big Rolex guy, as I know you're into your Rolexes as well, Henry. So I thought, well, I know there's a couple of other guys doing the rubber strap thing with Rolexes, but I don't really think that they're hitting it. I don't really think they're hitting the nail on the head as regards to a luxury product, as regards to really giving the customer a great experience and a great luxury experience from the moment that they set eyes on the brand all the way through to the buying phase, the delivery phase, even the packaging. The whole experience, this is going to be a whole new experience for them, and really just treating people like they are luxury clients rather than just You know, you're not just buying a rubber watch top, you're buying an experience from us. And I've developed this with my background in watch collecting, with my background as a product designer, mechanical engineer. I've brought it all together. I mean, I'm into my luxury products as well. When I have an experience buying a luxury product, you just don't forget that. You know, it's not just the product; it's the whole experience and the whole way that you're treated with these luxury companies, rather than you're just not another customer. In typical example, I mean, we refer to our customers as clients rather than customers as well. And it's just little details like that that just try and make the customer feel special. And that's what we're all about.
Yeah. And that's phenomenal. And I had the pleasure of getting sort of the behind the scenes, getting the VIP treatment, if you will, where Lee took me behind closed doors and really showed me a lot of the back end design, how the rubber is from the tires of Ferrari, and some of the rubber is used by the same rubbers used by NASA. You know, it's got this incredible backstory to it. And then take Lee's design eye and his passion for design, and you mix this passion for watch and this passion for design, and you know, this passion for customer experience. And I know exactly where I'm going to go with this episode, because I like to do these episodes off the cuff. I don't like practice. I don't like structuring it or outlining it any which way. So I want to talk about client experience today. And because you, my friend, you, as they say in New Jersey, you're good. You're good, you. I looked at some of the product packaging. He handed me a business card when we were in the city, and this thing was like suede and like, it's a card you keep because that's how quality it is, right? So this whole brand, right? This whole brand stems from you having this passion for watches, but to like disrupt the industry and take it to the next level. Like, that's why you and I connected, because you're not a status quo guy. You're not a guy that's going to sit around and be like, good enough. Like, and that's what I love about you. And so you bring this whole experience to the market. And so what is it about client experience that you think is so important when it comes to brand?
When it comes to I'm a big believer that your engagement with a business starts when you see the brand. You know, as soon as you lay eyes on the logo, I think it just gives you a good idea about what the whole brand is about, what it's trying to portray. And then you've obviously got it starts with the logo and the first visual, but then it comes down to when you're getting into your website, you know, the whole website experience, you know, you can't, like, not treating people like idiots, but, you know, like trying to really like treat people with respect and know that they know what they're looking for, but to guide them in a way that still makes them feel they know enough about the product. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself really well. You are. And I got a chance to take a peek at the website and look at some of the copy and some of the pages that explain some of the background of the product, and it was very, very educational. At the same time, it had this like nice little edge to it, if you will, right? And it was a lot of fun. Like, it was a lot of fun. And I think what you're trying to say is, when you come to the site, when you come experience Vulcan online, like if you go to Vulcan wrist straps on Instagram, for example, right? It will take you about a split second to feel like you are in a luxurious place. You are in a high-end premium location. And
that, my friend, you happen to nail, because everybody wants to be treated like royalty. Everybody wants, I shouldn't say that. Not everybody wants to be treated by royalty. They want to be treated with respect. They want to feel valued. They want to feel significant. They want to feel important.
Yeah.
Right? All these things. And you're doing such a great job by creating this feeling with this brand. And I know you mentioned logo, I know you mentioned website, but the feeling that you get.
Yeah, you're selling an experience. I mean, just to correct you on one of the points there, the Instagram is Vulcan watch straps. Right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think Americans tend to call it wrist straps, whereas we call them watch straps. So I've noticed that quite a bit of talking to people, but I may have to register that one as well.
Sorry.
There's no problem. It's just all about the experience and the customer experience when they're spending. I mean, this customer has chosen to spend an amount of money with you, and they could have spent it with, well, in my case, maybe 2 or 3 other people, but they choose to spend it with me because the experience they're getting is far more than. I mean, I don't want to give any examples of what my competitors do, which I don't like, because I don't think that's fair. But all we are trying to do is give you that experience from the second you go onto the website. The website's going to be launched on the 18th of March. I guess it's close enough that I can start giving away some of the stuff, what we're going to be doing on there. But one of our unique selling points is that you can customize colours of your wrist strap, not just the colour of the band. You can actually choose the colour of the loops. So you can have a black main strap with blue loop retainers, for example, to match with a Rolex GMT BL&R, what the industry calls the Batman. So you've got the black and blue combination, and then you can also customize the buckle as well. So we can have that in stainless steel brushed, stainless steel polished, 18 karat gold polished, 18 karat gold stainless, or actually black ceramic as well. To go with black ceramic, PVD coated, customized Rolexes. So you've got all that choice there. That, I mean, that equates to just in the loops. Just in the loop and the main band combination, that's like 49 different combinations that you can get to. On there, when you start adding in the buckles and things like that, I mean, it gets into like the hundreds of combinations what you can choose to go with. I don't know, say you're wearing a blue suit. I always wear my blue strap with a blue suit, and it just looks great. You know, the metal bracelets are good on occasion, but with the comfort of the rubber and the feel of the rubber and the ability to match it to whatever you're wearing, you know, if you're wearing a red t-shirt and a blue suit, you can have your red band with your blue loops and really customize it to your style.
Listen, this brand, Vulcan watch straps yeah, I got it this time, right?
That last conversation.
Yeah, like this brand is a game changer because it's taking a different approach. It's a lifestyle. It's attracting the lifestyle entrepreneur. It's attracting the person who loves fashion, who loves quality, who loves premium, who loves making a statement, who loves to stand out. Yeah. Right? There's a lot of things that are so underlying about this brand. And like, Lee, you're such a soft-spoken, you're not in the spotlight type of guy. Like you're a bro. We call it in the city, you're a bro. Like you're one of the buds that you love to have a drink with, you know, and you just love to be around because you're not trying to be anybody you're not. But at the same time, you have these hints and these subtleties of pop, right? Just like when we went out to lunch, you had the beautiful jacket on. I was keeping an eye on you. You have this style about you that is very subtle, but it's like boom. And that's what I love about this brand is it doesn't scream at you. It's like, here we are. Here's what we're made of. Right? It's very classy. And when you talk about we could talk about features all day long.
Yeah.
Right. But at the end of the day, we're talking about an experience. The minute you lock eyes on this website, to the minute you check out, to the minute you actually get the watch in your hand, and I saw some of the boxes, not the watch, but the strap.
Yeah.
The minute this box comes in the mail and you open it up, it's complete wow factor from that point to the point now that it's in your hand. And we were playing around with some taglines when we were going through some of the discovery stuff, discovery calls. And there was a couple that really stuck out. And I can't remember them off the top of my head, so remind me.
I went for the one that you actually pointed out in all that copy that you grabbed. I had hundreds, and we've gone for premium meets personality.
Yes.
Which I think just said subtly what we are and why we're different.
That's it. So it's funny you mentioned that. I remember that vividly. We were going over. Lee wanted me to check out some of the copywriting for the site, and we were going over this PDF that had some copy, and it was pretty extensive. And there was this one line that just grabbed me. It was premium meets personality, and I was like, that's it. Like, that's the one you want to go with, because that's exactly what it is. This strap has tremendous personality to it. And especially when you start mixing and matching and you start designing your own and going down that route, like now it has this individuality to it that you may be the only person on the planet that has that combination, right? Mm-hmm. It's definitely a talking, it's a conversation piece. And at the same time, it has this ability to really stand out and just, I don't know how else to explain it. You just have to see it. So for those of you guys that are into watches like we are, or even the ladies, I know the ladies out there love their watches.
Actually, it's a trend now that women are starting to wear bigger watches. The women are starting to wear the Submariners and the GMTs. They're not just wearing these sort of lady datejust and things now. And they're starting to. I mean, I think I can't remember which actress it was, but she was actually spotted in a Rolex Deep Sea. Like the biggest Rolex, and her wrists are like tiny.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, and so I've seen some of the combinations that Lee was playing with online, and again, it is I want to say one of a kind experience, because you wouldn't expect this kind of quality, this kind of experience from a watch strap company.
Yeah. I mean, the whole, there's probably a lot of it that maybe people don't see, but I mean, even to the point of, this is not just a rubber strap. There's overmolded metallic elements within there as well, and even that is the highest quality stainless steel you can get, but you never see it. But it's in there, and we've developed our rubbers and formulated our rubbers to blow the competition out of the water, really. Yeah. Just a bit more comfortable, more durable. Ours look slightly different as well. The pattern that we've got in there actually follows the contours of the actual oyster bracelet, whereas all of the other competition have gone for more of a sort of raised bump in there. We've gone for an indented profile. I think we're one of a kind, and I didn't want to follow any trends. I just wanted to take everything and make it better.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So who's your ideal client? Like, who's your ideal client?
I guess a lot of people look at when you're wearing rubber watch straps, it's more for like sporty things or, like the Explorer kind. When you go into really cold temperatures, like in, say, in the snow or the Arctic or something. And I'm not saying you've got to go to the Arctic to wear it, but I'm just using this as an example that if you had a metallic bracelet on in the Arctic, you'd feel it cold on your arm, and it could actually cause problems by transmitting that cold into your skin through the bracelet. So one of the good uses for it is obviously to swap that out for a rubber bracelet, which will absorb some of the heat from the body and actually obviously not give you any cold spots on your arm while you're exploring. I mean, there's diving. A lot of people go diving. Use the rubber watch straps, just on the beach and just generally, really. I mean, people are starting to wear them in city life now as well. Just because they look good.
I was just gonna say, like, I would buy these straps, like, and I'm a pretty active guy. I wouldn't say I'm hiking once a week, but like I go to the gym, I go to CrossFit twice a week, and I'm out there walking.
When you're on the treadmill, sometimes you can still wear your watch, and if you've got a rubber strap on, it doesn't look too bad. But if you had a metallic bracelet on,
it would look silly. Yeah, I mean, who's working out with a Rolex on with the two-tone? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. But what? So those active professionals that are out there that like to do active things, like to get out there, that love watches, that not necessarily would wear. I'm wearing my date just today, and it's not.
On there.
What's that?
The Jubilee bracelet, is that on there, or the presidential bracelet? Is it?
You would know better than me.
Yeah, the Jubilee. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm showing them like through the camera, guys. I know you guys can't see it because you're listening to the podcast, but you got to see me. I'm like doing this like twister move behind the microphone to show Lee the strap of my watch. But the point I'm trying to make was this: when you experience this watch, it's for the active professional. It's the person that loves to get out there and still likes to be, rocking their watch, but out there and doing things. The other type of client that we've sort of pulled out is that fashionable client. It's the client, he or she is an entrepreneur that's out constantly networking and constantly around people that take pride in their clothes and take pride in their look and feel and their confidence. And I
don't think anything looks better than matching your watch to your suit.
Well, here's the deal, Lee. It shows that you pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
And, it's very impressive. I look at and I'm a creative too. So, like I pay attention to the tiniest things. And when I see a strap of a watch matching someone's shoes,
yeah, exactly,
right? I'm like, this guy's got it, or this girl, I like. She's got.
Yeah, you can wear something cool, but then just to tip it off with the strap and matching your strap to a handbag if you're a woman, or matching your strap to your suit or your shoes. Yeah. I mean, I'll never forget. I mean, I had the same Rolex that you've got, the bimetallic with the blue face. And I actually bought a blue suit to match the blue face of that Rolex. So when I mean, you imagine as well, like you wear your blue suit with your bimetallic Rolex with the blue face. So your blue face matches your blue suit. You've then got a hint of gold on this strap. So you wear your Hermes belt with your H in gold on there, and maybe that's blue as well, And then you wear some blue shoes, maybe that, and then with some gold buckles on, and you're totally matching, man.
You're making a statement. Like, you're totally making a statement. And it's all about brand, right? So we all are our own brand. We are all our own brand, okay? whether you own a business or not. We have our own brand. And if you're not standing out, you are fitting in. You're blending in. Okay. And for those that want to blend in, this is not the right podcast for you, right? This is not the right brand strategy for you. Okay. I created this podcast because I want folks to stand out. I want folks to make a difference, make an impact. I want people to feel good about themselves. I want people to take what we're saying today and apply it so that they can close the next big deal, that they can impress their next client and really stand out from all the rest. And when Lee presented this brand to me, I was like, I'm in. I am 100% in because it's so different and there's so much heart and soul behind it. And it's not for the typical, right? It's somebody who really wants to make a statement and appreciates premium and appreciates experience. And that's what we're talking here when we talk about client experience and how he treats you, even on the digital side of things. So Lee, it's like when you come to Lee's website, when you come to Vulcan Watch Straps website, it's like opening up the doors to the Ritz-Carlton. It really is. It really is. And you know how they treat you at the Ritz-Carlton. Okay? It's $1,000 a night to stay at that place, right? In a good room, right? And that's how I feel when I am interacting with this brand. And who wouldn't appreciate that? Who wouldn't appreciate that? And so what do you think? We got like 10 minutes, 5 minutes tops here. Yeah. I want you to tell our audience and put you on the spot here. But when it comes to client experience, what are 3 things that mean a lot to you as the founder of this brand?
Well, three things for me would be the fact that the customer feels loved. Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe loved is the wrong word, but valued, probably.
Valued.
Feels valued, that they come, I know money's hard to earn, everybody knows money's hard to earn, and the fact that they've come to my brand and spent some of their hard-earned money on an element of my brand, I want to give them the experience by the time they get to actually putting this wrist strap onto the watch and putting it on. I want them to feel, wow, like every step of the way, like that, just from the moment you set eyes on us to the moment you receive the product, and then even obviously using the product, customer service after that, that is just the most important thing to me, that the person who spends their money with us thinks, wow, I've really got what I spent my money on. You know, I really see the value in what I've spent the money on.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be the first thing, like making the customer happy and making sure that their experience is second to none.
Mm.
You know, I want the experience. I mean, I haven't got the budget of Louis Vuitton and Gucci, you know, but I want to make it a Louis Vuitton and Gucci experience. You know, I want it to be a top end experience, and I want people to look at us as the leader in that, as well as the technology and things behind the actual strap and the design and the story behind that.
Mm.
One of the other key things about us is obviously the customization of the product.
Mm.
And we've got a section on our website where you just customize your strap and you just see it on the screen, you see it on the watch, so you can just play tunes with it. You know, you can click as many buttons as you want, create what you want, you know, and you'll see it there on the screen in instant time, in real time. So that'll just come through, so that you can see exactly what you're getting. There's an option on there to share these designs with your friends and things like that. So it's a really easy platform as well to customize exactly what you want. And then we've got accessories as well. I guess the third thing that I'd be looking at for our customers to experience would be, this might be a tough one. I think I might have incorporated more than one in the last two, but I mean, it just comes down to the overall experience for us and the usability of the product as well. I guess that would be the third one, that they actually appreciate the what's gone into the design. I mean, these straps are made on aerospace grade tooling, British aerospace grade tooling. You know what they make space shuttles with, what they make Boeing jets with. You know, it was the absolute top quality tooling. I mean, I could have paid for tooling that was 25% of that price, but I don't want to. And probably to the naked eye, the difference would probably be minimal. But it's enough of a difference for me to give my customers that premium product. Let me invest in that.
Let me jump in here. Here's the difference between you and everybody else. You took it there.
Yeah.
And that little difference is the differentiating factor.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I want people to understand here, is the little tiny things are the attention to detail is the differentiating factor to anyone's brand.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I'm happy that you brought that to light and you brought that to attention, because that's what makes you different. Yes, you could have paid 75% less, and then you would be looking like everyone else and there would be no story behind it. And that's what I'm trying to explain here this week online and inside of the Unique Designz brand and the Brand Doctor brand is a product or service with no story is an undifferentiated product or service that has a lot of competition.
Yeah.
A brand, a product, a service that has a solid story behind it is an undifferentiated brand. Is a brand that stands out. Is a differentiated brand, and it stands out from all the other noise out there. And you, my friend, have done a hell of a job from you
as well.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. But from the visual, from the brand identity to the feeling to the experience, you've done one hell of a job, man. And I can't wait to see you launch. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And
thank you. Website will launch on the 18th of March for pre-orders.
So we got about a minute. Let's get our listeners over to your social media platforms and your website right now. So what are the handles and what is the website?
The website is vulcanwatchstraps.com. Get that one right. The Instagram is @vulcanwatchstraps. Twitter is @vulcanstraps. And Facebook is @vulcanwriststraps. Awesome.
Well, Lee, I got it.
Watch straps. You're making me get it wrong now.
That's so funny. Lee, I thank you so much for being on the show. I know you're in New York. You got a flight home tomorrow. Safe travels. Thank you again for spending time with me today and our audience and sharing your insight on customer experience and how important it is, and what goes into a premium brand and what goes into a customer experience to have you stand out from all the other noise that's out there. So you're going to crush it, man. I believe in you. I believe in your brand, and you got to believe in yourself, just like my man, Evan Carmichael. And that's how you take a brand and create an experience that is unforgettable. And you're nailing it, dude. So thank you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Henry. It's been a pleasure, and obviously you've helped along the way, guidance on branding and things like that, and that's been invaluable. So thank you.
Thank you, Lee. So there you have it, guys. Real quick, I got to jump on another call, but real quick, if you haven't joined the Brand Doctors Hangout Facebook group yet, go over there right now. Jump in that group. There's a great community of entrepreneurs that are all looking to help each other build each other's brand. Also, if you haven't shared this podcast with a friend or a colleague, I invite you to do that, and I appreciate and I thank you up front for that. Take what we've spoken today about and apply it and watch what happens to your brand. So have an awesome day, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.
You've been listening to the Brand Doctor Podcast with Henry Kaminski Jr. To get your appointment with the doctor, visit Brand Audit at www.uniquedesignz.net.